Welcome everybody. Got a fan question that was good enough that I wasn't planning on filming, and I'm filming now. So Carrie Sills, thanks for the fan question. Good question. We're going to make a video out of it. And I want to say thank you to Bob Miles. Both guys bought my Combatives and Street Jiu-Jitsu DVD on BJJ Fanatics. Still 30% off right now this weekend for Memorial Day. Both have experience. Bob Miles, blue belt under Henzo, 5 years Muay Thai, 2 years of Krav Maga. Guys, I got people reporting whether they're kind of on the beginner end to like done everything end. Everyone's liking it. That's kind of what I did it for. So, Carrie Sills said, what about vertical punch versus horizontal? I'm going to take it a step further. Not only are we going to talk about karate style vertical punch versus Wing Chun style vertical punch versus boxing style cross or straight punch, horizontal punch. Guys, different punches have different reasons, different applications, and often different ranges. Doesn't matter what the punches are. Okay, so whatever kind of martial art, guys, you have to learn how to throw a cross, a horizontal punch, a straight or a cross. Get a good cross. When I trained with Boss Rutten one day before going to Japan, I fought Yuki Kondo, the pancrase champion. He said, just work on your cross. I said, boss, I'm thinking about doing a straight blast, doing some Wing Chun chain punching just to throw him off. No, just stick with the cross. But I did it anyway. I was the first to do vertical style, Wing Chun style, JKD style, Bruce Lee's favorite technique in MMA against the champion, and psychologically it got in his head. He wrote about it a year later in SRS magazine. Okay, anyway, so you have to learn how to throw a good cross. You definitely have to do it. I don't do this boxing. We got to worry about elbows and high kicks, right? So I got a nice frame up here by my temple. You got to worry about a cross. The other day, we did a 2-3. Look at that video. Okay, so you have to learn how to throw 2-3-2 combinations, especially against opposite lead, open stance, or southpaws. Guys, a cross works because it's strong and your shoulders up to protect your chin from other punches. Okay? So you have to learn how to throw a cross. You have to learn how to rotate your feet, push off on the balls of your feet, rotate power. We did that in another video. Alright, how does that differ from the karate vertical punch? Something Boss Rutten has talked about, but he kind of says let it rotate naturally and be somewhere in between. The karate vertical punch, guys, you can see me use a lot from orthodox, even though usually I use it from southpaw, but I was focusing on orthodox in my better MMA Systema versus UFC karate versus MMA sparring video. My narrated sparring video in Japan, I used it a lot from orthodox, coming up from underneath and talking about how it's a hidden punch. So that's one difference. It's a hidden punch because it comes from your center line, comes from underneath. So from below the peripheral vision, this is a very good hidden punch. Now, relating this to shooting, I happen to have a Firearms shirt on now. Almost with very slight differences, depending on what pistol it is, you're going to lock out your wrist and have this very forward. This is biomechanically correct to put these two knuckles, these bones, through your forearm bones instead of here and getting bent back and all this. This is correct shooting platform. Same thing with this style of punch. So here, now, uses are MMA, kickboxing, greater distance. It's a greater distance punch than your typical cross. Typical cross, you don't want to throw yourself off balance. You don't want to throw that shoulder out of a socket. You want your extension there and know exactly where it is to shuffle on your 3. So here's my extension on my cross versus here. I just gained distance from my shoulder rotation, which isn't as limited because of different muscles in the shoulder. Because the way the shoulder works, and probably the labrum isn't getting in the way, my guess. This is a longer distance punch. It really, really is. When you throw this naturally, and if you use spring energy, it even goes out further with the elasticity of the muscle. Something about being loose and flowy, my friends. Something I've been teaching a long time. Here, so this is just a static extension, but if I throw it, it goes out, it extends even further. So here's the cross, boom. boom, here's the cross, and here's the vertical punch. Look how close it's getting to the camera lens there. So when you really throw it, not only can you see the difference here, but when you really throw it, it's deceptively long. It is a longer punch. Now, it's hidden from underneath, and you use these top two knuckles that you typically use. Now, I use it from southpaw a lot. Byodo and Chizo Machido, the 3 months I was with them at Black House, they teach it open stance, southpaw against orthodox, for instance. Here, someone starts to throw a round kick, you use your footwork, so you're flowing on the outside, you're being elusive. Shh, shh, shh. 2-punch counter to the round kick. So as they're kicking, bam, you're gonna knock them down because they're on 1 foot, they have no balance. So it's a 2-punch counter. In open stance, it's particularly effective. You could also start a fight with it that way, a fight starter. This isn't one of the fart starters, preemptive striking, I covered in my DVD, guys, so I'm giving you some extra stuff, but my DVD covers the most important stuff. You could be here, fence, talking, whatever, and then boom, 2, vertical. Instead of 2, 3, you could do vertical. Now, that's not going to make the difference whether you win a fight. How good you can fight means how good you can fight, guys. Get off your butts, train for over 20, 30 years like I did. But, here, okay? Or, like we talked about, open stance, southpaw, orthodox, orthodox, southpaw, against the round kick, especially a high round kick. Guys, timing, distance, perfection. Okay? Now, what about the Wing Chun? Now, Wing Chun, chain punching, or straight pass. So I go into my Su Lim Tao. Okay, yes, there's a purpose. Straight blasting is a good way of entering. It is a good preemptive strike. I mentioned it, but I didn't cover it because I was running out of time in my DVD. It's good for entering. No, it is not very powerful. It's not. But MMA, mixed martial arts mindset, total combatives mindset, I've shown ways before I can use it open stance against the jab to intercept that and go in and get the guy's back or get to his side to do some kind of a takedown. You could use it just to get to the clinch, like if you're Renzo Gracie fighting Yuka Kondo years later, hey Renzo, and you could use it just to get to your clinch. If you're a Gracie Jiu-jitsu guy and you just want to be close like a magnet, so you're going far with those kicks to the knee and then boom, it's a modern ancient way of being able to close that distance. Now, typically, people teach differently. I don't teach down to up. Your center line's open, your takedowns are open. But from center line, here with the spring, bottom three knuckles. Now, so here, moving around, 1, 2, 3. Grab the head, collar, tie, elbow, knee the groin or knee the stomach, depending on rule set. So, that's really good. Okay? So straight blast, 3 punches into the elbow, into the knee. Very good. As a fight starter at a bar, someone's standing you and you're in a stool at very close range. So karate punch longer range or mid-range even, it can still hit with power at this distance. But up close, closer range or underneath, like if I had a jam a knife, jam and punch, sometimes I'm doing more Wing Chun style, throwing it from my body, from my center line. Okay, so there is the Wing Chun style vertical punch versus karate vertical punch versus the boxing horizontal punch. Now, I'm open hooks, right? Yeah, that's why I say at closer range, or you got to burst in with your footwork and run at the guy like Bruce Lee kind of came up with, modifying the traditional square chain punching versus the sideways blasting in to close the distance. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please thumbs up. Please thumbs up. Please hit that subscription. Hit that notification bell. Please buy my DVD while you can. And I'll catch you on the flip side.